So much. Well, I'm so excited to bring a new recurring segment to the weekend morning news. We're calling it Chapter Chat, where every month, Director of the Cincinnati Public Library System, Paula Bremheger, will bring a new title for us to chat about. Paula, I'm so excited to start this with you. I love to read. You'll hear very quickly I'm a little bit of a book nerd, so I'm just so excited that we can try and encourage the people of the Queen City to crack open a book and get to reading.
Absolutely, and thank you, Carolyn. We're thrilled to be here. I also love to talk about books, obviously, so pleased to have this chance to talk to you and your audience.
I'm so excited, and you picked one of my favorite authors of all time for the first book. Paula didn't even know that this was one of my favorite authors, so it was just kismet. Tell us about Playing for Pizza that you picked for this month.
Well, John Grisham's book, Playing for Pizza, he's an author many people know, but they know him for their legal thrillers, but not necessarily this kind of book. So this is a unique title that really ties into both Super Bowl Sunday and National Pizza Day.
Like,
so,
perfect.
Couldn't make it better.
Actually, yes.
And it's a story, it's the kind of story I really like, which is kind of an underdog, fish out of water story. Rick Doherty has been in the NFL as a third-string quarterback, 8 teams, 6 seasons. He finds himself in the AFC Championship game in front of 80,000 Browns fans up in Cleveland. They're winning by 17. Rick gets in there, and he proceeds to throw 3 interceptions in 11 minutes and blow the lead.
Yeah.
Needless to say, they run him out of Cleveland. His agent comes up with a Hail Mary pass. He says, let's try the Italian Football League. Rick's like, they play football in Italy? So he heads over to Italy, and really at that point, it's great for football fans, but for people who aren't necessarily football fans but want to have a sort of fish out of water new experience, love Italy, they really get into a lot about the culture, the people, the architecture, the food, the wine, lots of things in there for football fans and non-football fans alike. But, you know, I will say that Rick finds out he's not making a lot of money in the Italian Football League. It's mostly kind of playing for pizza.
Right, I can imagine not. And I think some people, you know, they hear John Grisham, of course, all of the legal jargon in his typical most famous books. I think about Skipping Christmas. Right? It's a lot more of a conversational kind of narrative. What would you say to people to encourage them to pick up this one if they might be a little intimidated by his writing?
Absolutely. This one is very fast-paced and very lighthearted. So it's great, I think, for someone who ends up watching some football, maybe with family or friends. There's some football lingo in there, but you can get through it and maybe pick up something you could throw out conversationally.
Right.
It doesn't require you to know that to get to the story, but for people who are football fans and never thought about reading a John Grisham, I'll tell you there are some really fun call-outs in here. There are some long-term football fans will recognize some names. Franco Harris, a great linebacker, LT, even a shout-out for Gale Sayers. So there's some real football history buried in there as well.
There's really something for everyone in this, which I love. We were talking about the travel aspect with Italy, so there's so much that people can grab onto. Of course, you can pick up a copy at one of the branches of the library. If people don't have a library card, can you tell them how they can get one?
Absolutely. Of course, you mentioned you go in any of our 41 locations across the county. You can also get online right now. Go to our webpage, go to the section on Get a Library Card, and we do have the opportunity for people to sign up online and get a temporary card for 3 weeks, so you can check out ebooks. And if you're a student, you need a resource late at night and a database, you don't have a library card, you're not sure, get on there and sign up so you can get our resources, but then within 3 weeks come in with something that has your name and your address, all that good stuff, and we'll activate that permanently.
And you all use Libby too, right?
We do.
I love Libby.
That's
it's the
right.
best app. If you don't have it and you love to read, you have to download it.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Everyone loves, and we have many people read in print, but the ebooks have exploded.
Yes.
And I will mention, of course, our Winter Checkout Challenge, which is a great thing going on for adults who love to read. Many of us participated in summer reading programs as kids.
Right.
This is for people 18 and older. You can read, but you can also listen to an audiobook. I have to confess, I listened to part of this on audiobook, and it is a fun way to experience reading.
I love the audiobooks. They're so good. Paula, thank you so much for joining us. Check out the Public Library's website to get all of that information about the Checkout Challenge. And stay with us. We'll be right back after this.